It should be a big group, so...
We're seeing Manu get strange things here next to me. Just hunted this weekend, hasn't he?
Unreal. Only 7th. Here, his pace is the win.
He did say he wanted...
He told us that he's going to absolutely smash it and we'll get time. Maybe deep down, he didn't really believe it this weekend.
What about feel a little bit warmer now?
Yeah, when we talk about tyres, but actually, let's say tyre issues, someone like respecting that tyre, not out of. So...
Do you think it suits Jake, don't you?
This is like Aston. I know we feel like the middle of nowhere, don't you, here? When you're in fast, it's flowing, so it's got that...
race.
Yeah.
In the new... how massive would that be?
Massive. It is a very experienced team, the Mark. It's just gelled really well.
Marcos Ramirez, that we were just looking at the fly out of the traps here.
He's in and around town, so that everything he does is like he easily inflects there. So
they'll be loving it next, Rich.
Yeah. I mean, a rider we don't. Gav's really close to him, and I know Gav's try. So whatever's happening with Alex the Scritch, Philip Salak, because they're working well as teammates.
Pole position. Manu Gonzalez, and how happy are you with the pace for today's race?
To go the same as Thailand in the race pace, but I am second. But yeah, the mentality.
Quality on the 3rd row.
A winner here in the past, a track that did as well. So, and you know, he normally burns his tyre out, and he will do. He'll go forward in the race.
I think both you and the team have worked really hard all week.
Not change to the grid. I think it's just want to say hi to my darling wife.
Yeah, Sarah doesn't. Still sticking with that top 5.
To him after winter, and he said he'd been a little bit of inconsistency, taking the mistakes, and that's what he's working on. Didn't override and took the front and crashed and scored.
4th place. Neil was talking about...
Brilliant qualifying yesterday.
The race will be different also. Best. Enjoy the race and we'll see.
You can imagine he might be learning a few tricks. And
We're doing the figure of 8, dragging his level up, and you can calm and how to deal with the pressure of... I really hope he does well.
Massive crash, didn't he, this weekend?
He had high side early on, flicked him over the face.
Yeah,
we know he's tough.
Hardcore to going out and being out of place.
Really out, because I've seen him do that quite a bit over the...
It's a disappointing weekend so hot,
causing a bit of pain.
So it's going to be...
Whilst trying to conserve his tyre, which is Jake's really good at saving his tyres, so...
We're all looking at Gonzalez to stop him getting away.
Of confidence from...
Dark horses, I'm just one...
All of a sudden, the South Americans always seem Brazilian flair, and...
Probably a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, fortunately, we've got Steve Day then going from the front row of the grid. Steve...
Manu Gonzalez, the championship... The weather's set fair, and Manu Gonzalez, Dixon, who's been in Brazil ahead of Moreira and Salach, and Tina, previous to now the end. Ahead of Van der Goldberg and leading rookie and Barry Baltus. Huertas, the reigning World Supersport, starting in 22nd place. 21 laps coming up. The weather's same man on pole position.
I'm heading into this weekend fast. Jake Dixon, who pretty much looked on the grid, has gone for the surprises me, considering we had a bit of a mix how the Calix does with Gonzalez. Dogfight between those two potentially for the victory.
Times on soft rubber right at the end of the...
Yeah, I think up to the rider to control it. Alessandro setting his best at the end with to fight for victory towards the end, but for distance.
And just quickly, Michael,
have to be precise, and you do.
So number 18, Manu Gonzalez, will he make it back-to-back wins, or is this the week? We're hoping for something slightly better on the edge of that front row as well. And we're underway, charging. They almost touched there. Gone well. I think he's got himself up into 4th.
Ooh, a little bit to close off the line. Not a lot of Huertas maybe, because it is Moreira in shot.
Fortunately, so he's up on his feet. He's only a good start as well. He's up the inside
as well. Good clean run down into turn.
Yeah, they just go into turn 7. He's holding it. Has picked off a few here on the open.
In the middle of turn 11 earlier this weekend, but
coming through on Marcos Ramirez. It's on the approach to turn 13.
A little bit upset by the late move from Jake, as Neil mentioned. It seems to
go his 11th over the line ahead of his teammate.
Salach drops down to the apex, and a
look here at the inside of Manu Gonzalez. Lovely move into turn 5. It's
there, Philip Salach looking straight.
He tried to retaliate, but there's no room ahead of him though.
Just thinking of his rear tyre too much in these early laps.
Or will he just sit there comfortably weekend?
Work to their benefit, both riders up there in turn.
For Dixon, Darren Binder, the fastest ride, blue Grassini bike, so we'll keep.
Nice little line for him. He can spring a surprise. He's leader.
got that inside line to make a move down into turn 5. He did a good start. The rookie in 9th.
Mikas Connect goes down the inside, nudging the Spanish rider aside, but the
move on the Czech rider to get him saving space. Now we look back from Gonzalez.
Canet dishes it back on Marcos Ramirez into turn 13, but he executed that well.
Effects of that at the moment, the adrenaline.
Yeah, and Darren Binder for the jump start penalty. And look at this lead grip, and hopefully we can see Darren Binder.
24 and 44, and again, cut back. Yeah. Ramirez takes it back again.
He was wide at turn 1 when he tried to make Neil Binder, leans it in on Canet.
Nickname, he's not shy of a move.
Yeah, this could go on here for a few corners.
Keep an eye on him in the latter stages. A little behind them with full potential over the line. Dixon with the fast leader, who's got almost half a second in his back pocket.
Gonzalez half a second, it's not enough, and back for the fight at the end.
Onto the back straight on lap 5, Twin Gonzalez. Salach is through on South African Darren Binder.
Teammate Vietti, but Gatto, and then Tony Arbolino.
Over the course of the weekend, he's come from way back.
Aggressive move up the hill from Albert Arenas, but...
So, back to the front. He tries to put another move on Albert Arenas, off another lap. And it's Jake 4th place. He's still in the podium today, so if he could sit around Aegis, who started in 20... last lap.
Yeah, disappointing row, but yeah, whether it's a technical...
Has to be said, Jake Dixon here riding with on Friday morning, Michael.
No, he's looked good. Continued to up the ante, obviously starting Moto2 as championship, 7th place.
I was about to say, Salach extends that lead slightly, so he continued to tussle.
Will Gonzalez to match, obviously, at the moment. He's got almost 7/10 Ramirez in 3rd, so yeah, Jake's control.
There's contact down.
Was quite a little...
Herrera back out on circuit, which, let's say a 3rd place, because at the moment, as we just see Arbolino going through on
the Blue Crew riders. He's having positions, but he's kept a good pace.
Start finish straight, it's another fastest. The lead now is up to a 2nd.
To this, and as I mentioned, the consistency, but season on Calex, where he Bosco Oscuro chassis with tyre wear into this race.
He's teed that one up just about through turn 5 as well, and Aaron up into 3rd place, and this would be 11. I think me and Neil were convinced that, and 3rd would be a good outcome.
Cated shoulder, but the fact he was immediately walking with a comfortable stride, not tough a rider he is.
Let's see what Jake Dixon 1.2 for 3rd.
Tino Vietti winding the wick up a little bit.
A fight here to Argentina, 10th for the rookie at the moment. For Vietti, that was close.
I think at this stage the Bosco Oscuros for VM, yeah, we're still not.
Marcos Ramirez and settling into 21, bit of movement. Just in that last seconds, he's got retains that 1.2 second advantage. He really does ride his season, given what he playing it safe. He's not been getting
changing teams, it's took him a little while to find his feet. Comfortable on the bike, he's really at home to lap around from Manny Gonzalez and Jake, and so he's able to maintain this pace.
Early on in the weekend, he didn't really have this stage. It looks like even on this lap alone, really tough stuff.
It never quite delivered. Has been a benefit to the Czech rider. A little bit wide there at turn 1, not accustomed to seeing a lot of strong performances from
out front. 1.2, in fact, of course, finishing 2nd in Thailand. As Ramirez now goes down.
Yeah, definitely need to have a put it back in under him, but I'll see the front fend.
Can understand why Salach went for it. It did.
He was going to go a little bit further wide, and the guy on your outside, noticing you. Recent incidents where the likely was that Salach ends up on the deck.
Dino Vietti up into 4th. A while to get going in any for the podium. So Ramirez then the back to low now. Guevara's run into a bit of bother too.
7 through 8 up into 9. They crossed the line last time around. 1 point strong in sector 1 every time. So and I think the team, Mark Vidia,
was saying that Manu Gonzalez is body language wise. There's just been something
so nice to see from the web session on Friday afternoon, and it's so good to see the racetrack.
Philip Salach, a bit of on Canet and hold his line.
Yeah, we struggled with his shoulder injury.
The order, Albert Arenas just hasn't really never been here before and really spot.
Scorers at the head of the leaderboard, but a little bit more today, and obviously mired in the...
So over the line, Jake Dixon to 1, where the Mark VDS to down and out of the race. That's a shame for the Indonesian as we now ride with Canet at the front. Looks like he's coming under a bit of...
Will run on all the way to the flag, and lap times wise the last time around 4. The guys in front 42.5.
Vietti at the moment has that an all podium spot. Just on the rev limiter there is Canet's going to be giving this one up easily. Out front, looking to...
On the onboard there, pretty much because it's such a late apex, you can talk there and still hanging on to the front 5.
Turns to the...
As if the speed up machine has their will, but yeah, around this turn, the slipstream advantage for Canet down the back.
Speed, and says thank you very much on between Danny Holgado and Alonso, continuing Lopez and his Screech. All...
Yeah, with Jake, he moves every time around.
Good speed, but it's promising as well as Gonzalez, and he controlled it from the moment beautifully. We've not seen a lot of him because the two Celestino Vietti.
Such a commanding ride out front. Is catching a little bit, and he wanted to see
Michael at the moment. The lap times have just dropped off after that moment on the last lap.
For this man, no. Sorry, Jake Dixon.
Out. He came under a bit of pressure early on, and that behind in the race.
Yeah, for Jake, he'll not be too there for Vietti. He may have got a signal plus Binder, but at the moment Ramirez is shaking.
Affected. Lap 60.
3 seconds advantage, more or less, on...
He looks so in control. This is a brilliant pace. On side flag and said, you know what, I'll take the other back. How good is this? Lino, but it's Screech and Danny Holgado.
Alex Eskridge, it's not the favourite challenge, the potential championship challenger.
Yeah, this one's not. Have a proper dust up, despite Vietti again up the inside of 5th.
To 2 here and there, he'll be right in the mix. So
a second invite to get on the podium. Meanwhile, to go.
Traffic where he has been 42-0 and 40. He's got enough of a margin he can...
Tentative. Get into the slipstream now. Front mudguard.
And you look at the Bosco Oscuro and it is cause a little bit more drag, but it doesn't cause too much of an effect.
Bit of a feeling, all the bruises in position from Celestino
here between these 3. When you look, it just seems to have settled it after a couple of...
I might even put it on Marcos Ramirez to pick up late is a bit more maturity, without any points, because that's Canet of
Molino, and he's now chasing down.
You look at the quality riders that Lopez, who's being chip in 2025. There's Danny Holgado's 3. I actually thought Holgado might struggle.
I think that it's going to be him who figure it out, but yeah, Holgado's been really...
So this the battle. The reason he hasn't put a foot wrong so far, and there's the 29-year-old, one of the elder statesman riders, tend to mature to a big team. Serial Wizzy at all, and Manu Gonzalez.
No, Manu Gonzalez, you never know until the lights go out if you get the 1.5, but it looks like nope.
This is the fight for 3rd place as Canet to 11. This is where Canet had his big... Meanwhile, out front.
Control, good start. Almost he wanted to lead Jake from the off because what a feeling that is.
The fight, if he can get this... He's had a brilliant race, Celestino Vietti.
Apex there at turn 5, and
looks like it's done and dusted. Just a few corners left though out, and Canet now. Team shortly. Manu Gonzalez once had an answer to him. In Grand Prix in Moto2, he's faced. What a win for Dick.
Impressive ride. He's won some classic, just absolutely.
Today, a brilliant victory from